Between you and me, my hair is thinning a bit.
Oh, Your Highness, I'm sure it's not that noticeable.
2 out of 3 men are going to experience some form of hair loss throughout their entire lives. And I don't know about you, but the second I graduated high school, I started seeing my friends, people I went to school with, left and right. Everyone's going bald, losing their hair. So I'm like, oh shit, am I gonna lose my hair? Like, do I have to worry about it? First of all, the first way to kind of predict if you're gonna keep your hair or lose it is to look at all of the men on both sides of the family. So your father's side and the mother's side. If the majority of the men have hair, you're probably good. More specifically, your mother's father. So your grandfather on your mother's side, if he has a thick, juicy head of hair, you're probably good to go, man. But if he's bald, if your grandpa's bald, you should definitely watch this video because you might have some things to worry about. First of all, I really want to go into the fear of going bald. I believe that the fear every single guy has of going bald is that you're going to be ugly. You're going to look like this ugly naked mole. You're just going to look disgusting. Women are going to be repulsed by you. Here's the deal, my brother. In the best way possible, if you are already handsome, before going bald, if you just shave it all off, you're probably good to go. I mean, look at these actors. Most of them look almost even better bald, and it's for one reason. They already have strong, defined facial features, and the hair softens the facial features. So whenever they lose the hair, now there's nothing to look at except their beautiful facial features, so they look even better. But if you're an average guy, you're not very attractive. If you go bald, now your unattractive features, they're on display. Everybody can see.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Louder!
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Louder!
I'm ugly and I'm...
And two of the biggest things I've noticed. So if you are a bald guy and you're out of shape, this is the worst combo ever. The only way you can be bald is if you're that jacked Johnny Sins bald dude. That's the only way. Number two, if you're losing your hair, if it's thinning, and you're that guy who's like, I gotta hold on, man. I gotta keep every hair I got. That looks so bad, man. That makes you look insecure. It makes you look like you're afraid to lose the hair. Or the guys who try overly hard to fix their hair. Like, they do every protocol possible. They've gotten 5 hair transplants. They will not let it go. Or they're wearing a wig, which makes you look even more insecure. I hate to be that guy, man, but there has to be a point where you just get jacked and say, shave it off, bro. Just say, fuck it. So today, we're going into baldness. We're going into preventative protocols to keep your thick, juicy head of hair and what to do if you are facing some thinning. Let's get it. I'm a natural guy. I don't agree with pharmaceuticals. I don't agree with chemicals. Plus, I'm super sensitive to it. I mean, even if I clean my house with regular chemicals, my fingers start to flare up. They get inflamed, man. If I put chemicals on my face, it gets inflamed. It gets all red because I'm extremely sensitive to this stuff. So for me, the chemical routes, the pills, it's not really my style. So I'm gonna go with the natural route first. I have a couple preventative protocols in place to make sure I keep my hair. Number one is something I don't actually do, but it's very effective and there's absolutely no side effects, but it's gonna be derma rolling. You can also get the stamp. So once a week, you just stamp your hairline, you roll it. What this is gonna do is especially open up those hair follicles and get the blood flowing, because a lot of you guys are losing your hair because you don't have the blood flow actually going to the hair. You don't have any nutrients rushing to the hair. So just opening it up by derma rolling once a week will be very effective. This is something I've religiously done for the past 5 years or so. So there's a little combination of essential oils and regular oils that you can actually put on your scalp twice a week before you actually wash it to help prevent hair loss. Number one is going to be black seed oil. Super cheap oil. You can get it on Amazon, 5 to 10 bucks. This reduces hair fall by up to 76%. Some clinical studies. Now, another thing that's also very, very, very effective is going to be rosemary oil, in addition to some tea tree oil and castor oil. Now, specifically these three together go freaking amazingly well, which is why I created kalosique hair growth oil to give you the hair of a Greek god. You put this on twice a week. You massage your scalp with the oil and then you wash it. Leave it on for about 20-30 minutes and then you wash it out. Or you can even put it on your scalp before you go to bed, which is going to be even more beneficial. Now, the rosemary has actually been proven to be about as effective as 2% minoxidil, but it's completely natural. There's not a single side effect. So if you're noticing some very small changes with your hair thickness, you're starting to see more hairs, which by the way, guys, you can lose up to 200 hairs per day. And this doesn't mean that you're losing hair. This is just natural. So if you have long hair like mine, like on top, it's about 8 inches. So if you have longer hair, you're gonna see more hairs just naturally, but it doesn't mean that you're losing hair specifically. In kalosique.com to pick up my hair growth oil, it is only $20. If you use the code WAYNE, you're gonna get 10% off, plus everything else in my store. We got clothing, supplements, Titan Growth 2.0, the best in the industry. Up next with the natural route is going to be supplementation. So we got a couple supplements that you can take to keep your hair. Number one is going to be high doses of biotin. This is obviously proven to help grow your hair, your nails, everything. On top of this is going to be horsetail. So this is also a supplement. You've probably never heard of it, but it's extremely, extremely effective. Just want to make sure that your overall health is optimized. For example, this one no one thinks about, but if you live in America, your shower is full of all this fluoride, chemicals, all this bullshit that literally makes your hair fall out. So you need a water filter. Anytime a cancer patient is actually going through chemotherapy, the first thing the doctor prescribes them is going to be a shower filter, because the shower filters literally give you cancer, man. Like, it's one of the worst things you could put on your hair, and you might not even have male pattern baldness. You probably just have all this shit chemicals on your scalp. You're also probably very unhealthy. Once you're over 15% body fat, all you eat is McDonald's, all these trans fats, you don't exercise. What do you think is going to happen with your body? Obviously, your hair won't be as healthy. You're going to lose hair naturally. You have to give your body the proper nutrition. It needs sunlight. It needs vitamin D. It needs everything properly supplemented to actually prevent the hair loss. A lot of guys, they think they're losing their hair, but they're just super unhealthy, man. They're not sleeping enough. They're extremely vitamin and nutrient deficient to where their hair is just falling out, man. So you need to make sure you're healthy before anything else. Now let's go into the unnatural routes, which is still acceptable in my book. So the next level up, you're still losing your hair, you're doing all this stuff, minoxidil, this is up next. So just get a 5% solution, put it on your scalp every single day. You can do it twice a day as well, but this will help provide the scalp with all the nutrients it needs to actually grow hair. And it's designed to actually help regrow some hair as well. But the thing is, once you stop using minoxidil, typically all the hair that you grew is gonna fall right back out. So you wanna be very rigorous with this, man. And there's also a shedding period within the first couple months, 3 months on average. So you wanna be very consistent with this. If it works for you, just stay on it, man. Don't do anything. The only potential side effect I've seen is that some people, it can accelerate their aging like freaking crazy. So if this is something that you don't want to worry about, you don't want to look 10 years older than you actually are, then the next option will probably be for you, which this is where I kind of draw the line for myself, and it's gonna be shaving it off. I would say focus on your aesthetics, look jacked, focus on your fashion, your money, and then you gotta get to a point, man, to where you don't really live with this insecurity. You just say, fuck it, and you shave it. You focus on other life goals, because at the end of the day, it's something superficial, and I will never, ever, ever risk my health for my hair. If it comes between my health, even if it's a 1% chance of wrecking my health versus keeping my hair, I'm not gonna wreck my health, man. Your health is too important to take risks on it. But if you don't care, you wanna take the 1% chance, I will give you the other protocol. The next protocol I'm going to advocate is going to be RU58841. Now, this was never FDA approved. It's one of the riskier things that you can do. But the thing is, it's designed to not be systematic, just like finasteride, which we're going to get into. But you just put it on the scalp of the head, and it has been proven to be more effective than finasteride. The only potential side effect could be heart issues, like heart palpitations, and then some other related issues like this. So that's a health risk, once again, I'm not willing to take, but it's much better than the possible side effects of finasteride, which is going to be the last thing that you can do. So finasteride, which is going to be the less strong version, and then dutasteride, which is going to be the strongest version. So dutasteride blocks all the DHT in the body. Finasteride blocks about 70%. Both of these, if you get the side effects, they are essentially the same. It's called post-finasteride syndrome. Only 1% of users get it. It's a very rare thing, and a lot of doctors still refuse to actually admit that it exists. If you go down all the Reddit forums, you read everything, it's a very real condition to where pretty much your dick stops, man. You can't have sex. You have erectile dysfunction non-stop for years. Some people say you never get rid of it. You can keep it forever. And there's also all these other side effects that come with it. You're gonna gain weight, get some man titties, and lose your muscle mass. It's only 1%, but think about it, man. You see 100 people in a day, one of those guys is gonna get it. Do you wanna take the chance that that one guy is you? I don't. So I'm not gonna risk my health and more importantly, my dick. Because if I'm bald and fucking like Johnny Sins, I would prefer that over having a thick head of hair and no sex life whatsoever. That's it, man. That's the video. So if you're insecure about it, just know that you're probably actually gonna look pretty good as long as you do my protocols, even if you shave it. But I would say the natural route to taking care of your health is still gonna be very, very effective when it comes to the long run. That's it, man. I love you with all my heart. Peace.